Hello, my dear subscribers. Sun and Moon Rising. I'm Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm going to be doing a yearly reading for the Sun or Taurus. I know that some of you want to see me shuffling the cards, which I don't really like to do when I'm with you guys, but it is what it is. So I'm not going to do too much mixing because I already mix all these cards. Happy New Year to those that haven't seen me. The ones that have been following me, you know how I do the readings. I use a regular tarot, 78 cards, and I use oracles. This time I'm gonna be using for the health. I'm gonna be using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Guidebook, Chakra, and the Angel of Abundance Oracle cards. For the financial or whatever you need, it depends on your situation. So Taurus, this reading is for the sign of Taurus. I'm going to be using 12 cards, so each card representing 1 month. You have the 5 of air, okay, the man, then the next card you have female or shoe, Yansa, Five of air. You got 6 of air and 5 of airs. So let's see. You have Elewa. Wow. You got Major Arcanas. Taurus. So you're also going through some kind of changes the same way as Capricorn. Okay, this one flew by itself. You got the 10 of Earth. Another one, Yemaya. Oh, 2. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to take the last 3 months. The world of the earth again in reverse. You have the 2 and the village. Okay. So Capricorn, the main energy that you have here is the 7 of water. Okay, and right behind you had the earth in reverse, which is your actual, I don't know what I said, but it's Taurus. You had Taurus right behind, and it's Taurus is in reverse. So you have the 7 of water. For us, the ones that don't understand this oracle, I'm using the Orishas Tarot, and that's for the religion of Paleros, Santeros, and Babalaos. The ones that know what the Orishas are, these are saints, and we're all of us that we practice, we have a godfather or godmother, and they are our guides that bring us to the religion, and we become medium. We are usually not mediums, we're already mediums, not become mediums, we're already mediums, and we develop through our godfathers and godmothers. In this case, you have as the major energy is the 7 of water. So Taurus, either you believe me or you don't believe me. I really, it doesn't matter to me, because you shouldn't be in my channel if you don't believe in the esoteric or this or into the spiritual world. You have, this is a like kind of like a spiritual persecution. Okay. Some of you have unrealized dreams. What could be an unrealized dream for a Taurus? Financially, the majority of Taurus tend to be well situated, but maybe in the love part, you have lack of that. It's either financially, if it's either going to be financially or love wise. This card also reminds you what you give, you receive. Do not demand what you cannot give. Do not fulfill what you cannot give. Do not give illusions in your selfish. Let's say, for example, see, you in this case, this card says that you are being attacked by an astral body. Some of you might be having problems with spirits. Maybe that's the reason why you cannot sleep. Maybe that's the reason why, and if you're being attacked by an astral body, you probably have a spiritual persecution. Maybe there is a spirit that either came to you by itself, or a spirit that was sent to you by someone, and this spirit is attacking you. You see, if you guys see, you have a man here, and the dark energy, we call it the sombra, we means the shadow. Some people call it the shadow, means that someone is a shadow behind you, and some people can see that, some people cannot. So maybe you're being attacked by another spirit, either, like I said, sent to you or not sent to you. Maybe the spirit just attached to yourself, and that's it. Okay, see, in here you have the Six of Air in reverse. Okay, so what are air? Is swords. That's in this case, air represents, it could be not that in this case, air also represents the air signs. Maybe you have a relationship with an air sign. Maybe air, there are your very close friends. It could be Gemini's, Libra, or Aquarius. Maybe you have a relationship with them, or and in this case, these cards represent, if you see the cards, the birds usually fly together. Okay, but in the reverse, what this is telling you is that it's a distraction going on with you. Maybe there is something distracting you for whatever it is that you need to do. You may be putting things on hold. Maybe you have a problem like settling down. Maybe you are in a relationship that you have a problem getting into the next step to the relationship. Let's say now your boyfriend and girlfriend, how you're going to take this relationship to the next level, to be married, engagement. So some of you have that type of energy. And also means communication. Maybe you do have problems communicating with others. Maybe you're still stuck in the past, waiting for something to come. Okay, so whatever it is that you are doing, there's something there that you're either not doing, or you stop doing it, or or you just not being settling down to whatever you want to settle in. Okay, you want to, like I said, take the relationship to the next level, and you can. So the next card that you have is the Man, which is the Star. So the Star energy is basically, like I told you before, the air energy of Aquarius. Maybe some of you are dealing with that type of energy of Aquarius energy. Maybe this is going by month: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So those who don't understand this card, don't worry about it. You don't need to understand that. It's for me to give you the meaning of it. For some of you, you're probably having faith and hope. Okay, so this has also to do with your intuition, to your soul, mental, psychic. So maybe some of you are getting now involved, or are interested in more into the spiritual side of you. Maybe you're growing into that dimension. You're trying to understand your spirit, who you are, where you're going, where you're coming from. So you want to be a little bit more mental, and now you're interested in the psychic part of it. Maybe you do understand that a little bit. Some of you started a long time ago, and some of them in February you're going to be more into it. Let's say in case you do understand or believe that there is some kind of entity near you, and maybe now you're going to work on getting rid of that entity. Because of why? I feel that some of you want to be more happy. You have the female issue. Issue is basically the gypsy. The gypsy is the type of woman that's very happy, likes to dance, like to party. You want to be that type of person. You want to be outgoing. You want to celebrate. Some of you probably haven't done that in a long time, so now you bring in that type of energy. So by March, you're probably going to go to a party, or you may go to a wedding. You might just decide to go dancing, and you want to become another you. Maybe you take dancing lessons somewhere. So that's what's going on for Taurus men or women. Maybe you're a man that don't know how to dance, and now you want to learn how to dance. So you have see a lot of change going on, but for the positive. The next card that you have for April is Jansa. Jansa is a very strong woman, in some of you Taurus, maybe you are going to meet this type of women. You might meet a woman that's a very happy, very like to dance, like to do certain things, like to go out, very outgoing. And in April you may meet Jansa. Maybe you decide to go out with someone that has or you just meet that person and you get along fine, and you want to do whatever, go out dancing, going to the movies, partying, beach, whatever. So in this case, Jansa is the same thing as Oya, and Oya is the one of the saints that has powers with the storm. Okay, and actually the Oya is the queen of the cemetery. So for those that have padrinos and madrinas, understand that when you pass by the cemetery, you cover your head and then you pray to Oya, you respect Oya. So to those who believe on the Orishas, but it's also a very strong energy. This is like let's say Santa Barbara. It's almost like them. It's like a warrior saint. It's not really Santa Barbara, but it's similar to her. And she's a very strong warrior type of energy. It's very different to female Oshu. So this energy is very strong. This is a very strong woman. I would say this could be almost represented like the Queen of Swords for the ones that don't know who Jansa is. And this is telling you like maybe by March, April, you're going to have Taurus the courage to do things that you haven't done in a long time, or you already started doing it and you started to change little by little. Maybe if you get rid of this energy that you have, of this negative energy that you have in here, you're going to be changing to this, because in here it tells you get the five of Earths. And the five of Earths is like when you have friends that are not really friends, and like they kind of envy you. I feel like some type of enviness, and like they're like you might be in danger because someone might have an attitude, or might try to influence you to do something and that you don't want to do. You see, you're getting closer to where a crocodile is. So you only have so much energy to run or whatever. A crocodile could eat you in a minute. So it could be that you need to think about who your friends are. And this card is telling you to reject vanity and pride, and pay attention more to your intuition. I know some Taurus that they feel that having that, I don't know, because I have a lot of Taurus friends, and the majority of Taurus friends that I ever had, they were very financially situated, so they were more into the material part, but they still don't know how to work on their spiritual side, the mental side, the psychic side. So this is telling you, listen to your intuition, pay more attention to your intuition, ask people around you to help you. Maybe you need to, instead of worrying about going to the party and being the central attention of anything, maybe you need to start working about in your intuition and ask for help to get rid of that crap that you have around you, because at the end of the day, you're not happy. Okay? See, the next card that you have, the reason why I tell you is you're not happy because you have issue. This is Elewa, which is another form of another form of Elewas, and is called issue. So in here, it's like you go somewhere and you go without like going in no direction. Like here you have all the crossroads, right? It's like a crisscross, a crossroad, and you don't know. Some of you don't know where you're going, and some of you might be involving some kind of addiction. I would say not necessarily addiction with drugs or anything, but there is something that you do impulsive. It could be cleaning. Another problem that I know a lot of people has is compulsive behavior of cleaning. Everything has to be spotless. Everything has to be, and you have so much. So it could be a cleaning problem. It could be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be some kind of drugs or alcohol. No, it could be an addiction that you have an issue with yourself, that things have to be clean, spotless, clean. I have a sister that you got to take your shoes off before you go inside the house. And I mean, not everybody can take their shoes off. What about if you have pain in your feet, And where I live, the degree is very cold. So you got to respect other people's beliefs. I understand that you got to go to other people's houses or whatever. But that's to me, I feel like it's rude when someone tells me take your shoes off. But, it is what it is. But for some people, they don't think that way. But see, because you guys, you get the 10 of Earth. You're extremely well, some of you. And that's part of the Taurus nature. I hardly ever heard about a Taurus that has no money. The majority that I know have a lot of abundance. Let me just put it this way. See, this card is telling you have enough plantains, enough whatever this is, corn and coconut, whatever, strawberry, whatever they are, potatoes or bananas, everything you have it in abundance. So here, the next card that comes out for July and August is Yemaya. So some of you are daughters of Yemaya. Some of you might be daughters of Jansa or the female Eshu. So you know who you are, and maybe if they might be your saints. So think about it, which one are you, because it's all different Taurus up there, and you might be daughters or some of this the saints. So if you like the beach a lot, think of yourself as being the kids of Yemaya daughter or son. If you like to dance a lot, think of you being a female Eshu, which is the gypsy. If you like flying, if you like certain things, you're not afraid of heights, maybe you are the daughter of a Yansa. So with Yemaya being part of coming over here, maybe you are, and the daughters of Yemaya by nature, people tend to be jealous of them very much, but they're usually, this card is usually you guys are really mothers, and these are the women that are mothers or pregnancy. This is the same for childbirth, for engagement. So some of you probably this year, the female Taurus may get pregnant this year, maybe around the month of, if you're not pregnant now, you're probably going to be getting birth around that time, or you might get pregnant this year if you're looking for a child. Okay, these women tend to have a lot of luxury, and they tend to have a good life. But look at what comes next. You have all the 10 of air, which is the opposite of this, because this one is not really that you don't have anything, but you're really depressed. That's what the card stands for. Like, you're really depressed, you're really sad. It's like saying the 10 of swords in the regular tarot. So some of you might be going through some kind of depression. Maybe you have highs and lows. Okay, and yeah, children tend to be very depressed children, the ones of who they are, that they're of the Yemaya. And see, some of you, even though you have everything, you're in reverse, because some of you don't see the beauty of the things that you have. So you might be in a depressed situation, but to some of you, even though this is a general reading, but so in here you may meet someone maybe at the end of the year. You get it to earth. If you met someone in the beginning, maybe by the end of the year you're going to take it to the next level. Okay, but at the end you still have the village. See how there is people suffering in this village? So if you might be in the village, is like, how could I put it? I am sorry that I'm falling asleep. I'm doing this video at 10 o'clock at night. I am so tired. You guys don't know how tired I am. So some of you might be going through some kind of changes, and at the end of the year, but that's almost everybody. By December you may be going through highs and lows. You're going to have highs, then you're going to have lows, then you're going to have lows, then you're going to have highs, and then lows. So the half of the year you're going to have highs and lows. But my suggestion is to try to get rid of that energy that you have with this entity, because I feel that this entity is that what's bugging you. Okay, because you need to pay attention to your intuition in order to create this happiness that you want to have. Because sometimes you leave your house and you don't even know where you're going, and you go out without knowing like, where should I go, who do I go, like you have no kind of sense to what is it that you want to do, maybe, or you might just stay home. So be careful with people around you, be careful with enemies, be careful with like so you know, with like this is almost the same thing. The 5 of air, and it's like losses. It's like you're gonna lose something. You maybe be careful with robberies. Let's say you take a trip around December time and you're going somewhere. Be careful with somebody trying to rob something in your house or whatever. So here you have this is what happens for Taurus for 2018. You have all these kind of emotions, like up and down emotions, that you're going through, like some kind of roller coasters. Okay, let me see what the cards are telling you for the angel of abundance. Well, let me take that one last, because I've been doing it the other way. For the healing part of it, of your 2018, what is the Taurus needs to concentrate? Maybe some of you had I would say, like, you had an ex-husband or something, and that residual energy is here. He left with somebody else. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe sometimes the lovers do things to other people. I really cannot tell you, because this energy, I feel like, is sending. That's what makes you have these mood swings. I feel like a lot of the Taurus that I'm reading for, they have mood swings. One day they're happy, the next day they're totally depressed. Okay, So what is Taurus need to work on 2018? Which chakra is the major chakra that Taurus needs to work in 2018? Let's see. Impartiality. So see, this card is almost like the star card, but this one is like having a balance. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys are going through like some kind of roller coaster, and this is more into your crown chakra. So let me see what this card says for Taurus 2018. The chakra that you need to work is your consciousness, your mind, your head, the crown chakra. Embrace the spiritual or universal consciousness. The key is neutral. The key was enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, unity, expansiveness. It's literally saying this card right here, the man, because the star is about intuition. Okay, manifesting your intention. This in the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, we reach the place of universal consciousness, which is outside the physical body. You may notice that this card represents some aspect of our collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our seventh chakra, and in a powerful way it keeps us connected to our humanity. The cards of the seventh chakra are neutral in color because the spirit is essence neutral. Here you will receive messages from spirit that are detached from human worry. These cards indicate the higher mind thinking that happens when we align to spirit. So some of you need to be aligned with spirit, and I know that some Taurus that I know, I had talked to them about that you need to be more spiritual than visual. They make it seem like this plate of food is more important than feeding yourself with a nice decent meditation. And if you cannot listen to meditation, because not all of you do, some kind of praying, go to a church, something that you can practice in an everyday life. The impartiality is this card says, this is not a time to personal shine, but to allow others to come forth with their gifts. You may find yourself in the role of a neutral advisor. Hold a space for others to find their own answers. Advice may not be well received, but embraced now. So the impartiality says, I quiet listen, allowing you to color your own palette. Inspiration. Take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. Personal inquiry. If I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Can I be neutral? Key ideas. Neutral position. Allowing things to unfold. Standing in another shoes. Aloof communication. Keywords. Guided, open-minded, and fairness. Meditation. As a mist forms, take a few deep breaths. Banana beige becomes you into the mist. When you're ready, allow the energy and knowledge in. If something happens, then allow it to happen, but you are to follow, no lead. Nothingness is the goal. Open your eyes when you are ready, and thank Banana to remind you to be with yourself. See, I think sometimes you just have to listen. I have some of my Taurus friends and some people that I have read that are Taurus. I have mentioned them about this negative energy to the ones that have it, but they don't want to admit it, or they don't want to believe it, or whatever the hell it is. I can't force nobody to believe, but if you don't know, just listen, because there is something going on with you for these up and down emotions, and this is not something that is happens once in a while. It happens very often, and that's why some of you need to balance this and be impartial, like listen to what somebody else is trying to tell you, or or someone is literally talking to you. Maybe you have an ancestor talking through me, and you're not listening because you're too focused on to what the things that you like. And it's not about what you like, it's about what your spirit wants you to know and you to do, and you're not doing it. And I get tired to tell people, do this, do that, do this, do that. And see, again, abundance mindset. Some Taurus are so into their mind that it's like it's hard to really it's, open a hole in their head to tell them what's going on with them. So let me put this card back. It says abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See and feel and thinking and speak abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So some of you, but I don't have a problem with Taurus. All my Taurus that I know, all of them, they have very much abundance. This card comes to you because the angels have heard your prayers. Abundance. They are helping you elevate your thought process and beliefs in abundance mindset, which is a powerful way to manifest it. Maybe if you're financially wealth already, maybe your mindset has nothing to do with finances. It might be with the spirit. You see how this woman has all the abundance in here, the green color, the love, the pink and the love, and the finances on the floor. So this card signals that you may have harbored some worries, pessimism, or resentment about your finances. Usually this also involves complaining about money and unconsciousness habit that can block your abundance flow. An abundance mindset means that you choose words affirming that you desire instead of affirming what you don't want. You speak, think, and feel abundance as if we're already here for you. Once you affirm a current state of abundance with your words, then physical abundance rapidly appears. That is, first abundance occurs as thoughts, words, and feelings, and then this energy manifests into recognitions from you. So this card is a strong reminder to use positive words in your discussion about finances and other sources of support and supply. See, if you're in a situation the finances are well, Taurus, maybe this card is not representing the finances part, but your mindset. Okay, what is it that you need to balance? So with that said, let me go ahead and do the reading for the love. I'm working a little slow. It's late, and hopefully I'm taking 4 cards for the single and 4 for my couples, okay? So you guys know that I already shuffled most of these cards, so I'm not going to be too much shoveling. And I'm going to go to sleep soon because I'm falling asleep. Okay, it's midnight. So you have the 9 of Wands for my single ones, or oh God, this a card came out before. It's okay. I'm not going to change that. Some, you have the 9 of Wands, the Lovers, the 5 of Wands, and the World. So some of you, my single ones, are going to find a significant other in 2018. And you may find more than one person. Usually, when you get involved in a relationship, that you meet someone, there might be a chance that you can meet another person too at the same time. So Taurus, I won't be surprised that you will have to choose between 2 people. It happens. People tend to like be by themselves. All of a sudden, everybody likes you. Okay, and that's why you get the Lovers. Some of you had the 9 of Wands. So this one is telling me that some of you are going to get to know people. You may meet an air sign and just get to know each other. Take the relationship slow. Don't jump into the relationship if you are not. Just talk to each other. Understand that, don't think that tomorrow is the last day. So if you want to have the next relationship to last you the next 10 years or 20 years or whatever amount of years you want to be, or you have less, let's say you're in your 60s and you still want to, and you feel young and you still want to have someone, and you feel that you're going to be alive for the next 10 or 15 years, you had the right to die with someone. that loves you and take care of you. And some of you might be in this kind of energy. Some of you are gonna meet someone, and then you may meet two people, and maybe you're gonna have to decide which one you're gonna stay with, which one is best for you. Some of you had the 5 of Wands, so maybe some of you haven't let go of a relationship, and you're still thinking about this past relationship that you need to cut it off, okay? Because it's not there no more. You're not involved with that person, and that's blocking you to let somebody else come into your life. You need to release it and let it go. And because in others, you're going to have the world, so you're going to be able to choose. When you have the world, I feel like anyone can come into your life. Water, fire, air, anyone can come into your life, and you may meet that person that you're looking for, the person that you're gonna please, or that person is gonna please you. For those in some kind of marriage, or that are couple, let's use the word couple if in case you guys, but the ones that are couple, married, or in a relationship, whatever it is, you get the higher priest. So some of you Taurus are either you, if you're a female, or your partner might give birth this year, okay? Some of you are gonna have children, or some of you are pregnant, or you're already raising this child. Some of you had the 7 of Swords. There is no satisfaction in this relationship. You guys are back to each other. You guys are not getting along with each other, okay? You need to change this energy. Relationships can be saved only if both of you wants to save the relationship. Some of you are in a very good relationship. You got the 2 of Wands, meaning that you are equally eating from the same bread. You are in a very stable situation, okay? Very stable life. And some of you have control issues. Either you have control issues, or the other person has control issues, or you need to learn to trust your partner. Either if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You might have trust issues, and you need to let that go. Sometimes the other person is not doing anything, and some people, because of their personal insecurities, don't trust the other person. If you're gonna be in a relationship, if you're gonna continue to be with someone, and you are involved with someone, you need to learn to trust. Just because it happens in the past that somebody could have cheated on you, that doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time. I don't see too much cheating going on around this the Taurus at this point. I feel that more of this situation is just you guys and your own behavior, and your own probably communication problems. Swords are communication. You guys are not communicating well with each other. Maybe you need to take some kind of course, or go to a relationship counseling, something that start seeing, learn how to communicate with your partner. Tell them what you like from them, what you dislike from them. Or don't talk to me like, men get offended when a woman talks to them like little kids, but 99.9% men behave like a little child. So unless you start behaving like an adult, a woman will always treat you like a child, because that's how you guys behave. And if you want to be treated like an adult, behave like an adult, and think, and use your rationality. So I'm not defending women or anything, but every woman that I talk to tell me the same thing. Oh, my husband acts like a 5-year-old. I said, yeah, you have another child, and if and you want to be treated that way, then that's the way you're gonna be treated. So with all that said, my dear Taurus, love and light, and I hope this reading resonates to some of you, and the ones that did, please give me a thumbs up. And if it's not, go ahead. Remember, I'm just a GPS. You can reroute your life whichever you want. You can either go to another reader or stay with me. I'm not here to force you to be in my channel, and you can do whatever you want. But if you do like my videos, subscribe to my channels and follow me. Maria@clairvoyant.com. And if you want a personal reading, you know what to do. Love and light. Good night.